Good afternoon. In its capacity as the Presidency of the United Nations Security Council, today Malta held an open debate on climate security, specifically on the implications of sea level rise for international peace and security. I would like to thank the United Nations Secretary General, the President of the General Assembly, the co-chair of the International Law Commission Study Group on Sea Level Rise, and the civil society briefer for their remarks delivered this afternoon. The team chosen for today's signature event brings together two of Malta's past initiatives. One that called for an effective international regime over the seabed and the ocean floor beyond a clearly defined national jurisdiction back in 1967, which led to the negotiations of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, and the other initiative whereby in 1988 Malta became the first country to formally table the issue of climate change as an agenda item during the 43rd session of the United Nations General Assembly. The consequences of climate change on peace and security are being felt more acutely all around the world today. Various manifestations include increasing episodes of sudden and severe weather disasters, droughts, rising temperatures, and sea level rise, which add further strain to already vulnerable countries. This threat multiplier effect in turn adds risks to peace and security all around the world. Secretary General Antonio Guterres has urged for immediate action, recalling that this global threat affects all regions. We must commit to the 1.5 degree limit. To address the root cause of rising seas, we need to address the climate crisis, and this issue must be given the visibility it deserves. We are to use all the tools available towards resilience to ensure potential tensions and conflicts over diminishing resources. A legal regime that looks at the future and closes existing gaps is critical. Albeit states should not lose any rights they hold as a result of sea level rise. Moreover, it's imperative that we acknowledge those who are disproportionately affected, particularly women and girls, but who are also at the forefront in driving action. This was echoed by Coral Pasisi, Director of Climate Change of the Pacific Community and President of Tofia Niue, who warned that a threat to one's security is best defined by the lens of those being impacted, not those who continue to be most responsible for its course. With the threats emanating from climate change sparing nothing and no one, it is our view that climate change and its multifaceted security issues needs to be addressed, including by the Security Council. The sheer number of UN members and observers, over 50, who are participating in this open debate, demonstrates that sea level rise constitutes a very real threat to state sovereignty, and the statements delivered this morning have already reflected on the urgency that this threat has, especially on island states, small developing states, and coastal communities across the globe. Today's open debate is a first step to recognize the urgency of addressing climate change on our planet and people. National governments, regional organizations, and local actors all have a key role in addressing the security and humanitarian risks related to sea level rise, and how to come together to respond to the triple nexus of gender inequality, state fragility, and climate vulnerability. The open debate will resume at 3 in the afternoon to hear from the remaining delegations. Thank you.